What up, guys? Welcome into the Pacific Revision. I am one of your hosts, Miguel. Hello, hi, how are you? Alongside me, my co-host. Say hello, Erick.
Happy summertime, Miguel.
Happy 1 year anniversary. This
Oh,
podcast
that was 2 weeks ago.
is 1 years old.
Oh, that was what 2 weeks ago. We missed
and
it.
14 days.
We missed it.
Either way, it's been a year. And
What
to
a year.
celebrate, we're gonna give you guys another great episode, like usual.
Wow, I thought you were actually gonna give them something.
No,
like a material value, something they can take home with themselves.
They gotta earn it.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's the off season. We're about a month and a half away from camp. Things are a little light, but we do still have things to talk about.
It's true.
Our boy, the best Russian player in the NHL, Kirill Kaprizov.
You gave him the collector's lobby bump.
I gave him the collector's lobby bump. This kid's great. He is back on American soil.
That's good.
He was not detained any longer in Russia. He is back in U.S. soil, and if I had to guess, he's probably going to stay here for a while now.
He probably should.
Until things cool down over there. You know what I mean?
Did you hear, like, the big rumor was that he, I guess, got a hold of, like, a forged military ID?
Yeah, supposedly.
Apparently that wasn't true, but...
I mean, they're giving out 18 years for a little bit of marijuana over there, so you got to be careful.
Yeah, it's a lot of fucked up things. Oh, Russia, not the most stable place in the world right now.
No.
Unless you're, I guess, Alexander Ovechkin, who's back there just playing ice hockey with his son, hitting one-timers.
I know. Well, I mean, not everyone can be Alex Ovechkin.
No, not many. But it's
Kirill,
good. It's good to see you
welcome
back.
To the United States. Please stay here.
It's personally good for you also. Like you said, you're a content creator. Kirill Kaprizov.
I don't have Kirill Kaprizov card, but spoilers. That's probably going to be my next hunt.
It's not a spoiler. You said it last week.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We had a whole segment about it.
You know, I forget things, you know?
Well, you are getting older this week. By the way, happy early birthday, Miguel.
Thank you so much. Yes, for the listeners, my birthday is this Thursday, tomorrow from when you're listening, August 4th. Write me on Twitter, go Miguel Kicks, hey, happy birthday. Golden Knights are the greatest franchise in the NHL. And I'll be like, yes, they are. Thank you so much. Have a great, wonderful day.
Not according to one Max Pacioretty.
What a piece of shit.
So,
Miguel, Max goes to ready.
Hold on.
Max Patch wasn't ready.
Oh, God. He's out of control now, ladies and gentlemen.
What a piece of shit. What an absolute garbage player. I'm glad we got rid of him.
Miguel, you got to give me context. So far, the only thing you've told me so far is, did you see what Max Pacioretty said? No, he's a piece of shit now. So I need some context on why Max Pacioretty,
Max Pacioretty was recently on the Raw Knuckles podcast.
Okay.
I don't know who this podcast is, but that's the podcast he was on.
Do you think they're better than us?
I doubt it.
Okay, thank you.
This is what he said. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. When I first got to Vegas, it was weird that there was like no accountability. And I'm not talking about in the team. I'm talking about like ever. You couldn't feel pressure coming off of anyone else. From the coach to the management, there was a relief when I got there. But then I found myself being like, I've got to reel this in and hold myself to a higher standard, which I will always done. But maybe I got away from it when I had everyone else holding me accountable in Montreal. I mentioned that at the end of the year, no one really is holding us accountable. If we have a bad year like this, the city would be half on fire in Montreal. And here in Vegas, it's 80 degrees, it's sunny, and we're getting our cars washed and getting our organic food and going to play golf. I was kind of like, we got to police this thing a little better amongst each other. I don't want to say it was a country club, but you have no one from the outside holding you accountable. A lot of these guys haven't played somewhere else. They don't really know what it's like. I felt myself personally, it was always gets the best out of you when my coach or someone else are demanding and holding you accountable. I found myself almost missing that a tiny bit when we went wrong this year.
Wow.
What a piece. You're a professional getting paid $7 million, and you need some management, you need some fans, you need some your other teammates telling you, hey, you're a piece of shit, play better. What a fucking trash player. Like, this is why he would never amount to anything, because he needs accountability to fucking do his job. Those kind of people never succeed. Those people never amount to anything bigger. The people that need to be held accountable, the people that need to get their hand held to do their fucking job right.
Yeah, the entire Vegas franchise. That's where the shots fired is. It isn't about him. It's him reflecting at his time here and seeing how nobody gave a shit. Miguel, I already told you this. As soon as Gerard Gallant got fired, that was the signal of the end. That was the signal of the Golden Misfits. That was the signal of anything you had special in Vegas. You just became every other team at that point.
No, I think, first off, this is a different argument, but the end of the Golden Misfits was when they beat the LA Kings year one, in my opinion.
No.
You're no longer the Misfits. No. You're now the legit.
No, you're not.
It doesn't matter. That's not what we're arguing. That's not what we're talking about right now.
You're not.
Either way, this guy's talking about he feels that he didn't perform up to his best because there was no accountability. Again, you're getting paid $7 million.
Yes, but Miguel, you have to understand.
Why do you need accountability? Why do you need accountability? Do your job.
The best players on the ice are only on the ice 20 to 30% of the time, right? You're on a line. It's all about line chemistry and line fit. And if the rest of the players aren't carrying their weight either, or feel any pressure to be better, then what's the point? You can't. A player by himself can't do anything. Look at what happened until Connor McDavid finally got some help from everybody else.
Again, there's a lot of accountability in Toronto and Edmonton. Guess what? They're not winning jack shit. There was a lot of accountability in Montreal. He wasn't winning jack shit. And without accountability here in Las Vegas,
he didn't win shit.
They made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. They went to 2 conference finals.
You didn't win shit.
Come on, man. We didn't win shit. But that's such bullshit excuse for him not performing.
No, it makes complete sense. There's
no accountability in Tampa, and guess what? They won 2 cups.
You don't know that.
Again, you do know that. What do you mean?
Look,
Florida. He's specifically talking about management and media. Media does not give a shit about the Lightning until they started winning.
You don't know that.
They were talking about the Buccaneers. They were not talking about the Lightning.
No, they were. Like 2 years ago. Not until Tom Brady came out. And
he came out 2 years ago.
But no, the NFL is always different. Like you can't compare anything to the NFL. The NFL is its own beast. People care about every shitty team.
Was there accountability in Denver and Colorado? I don't think so. The only accountability was maybe from Nathan McKinnon, and that's it.
No, you're Miguel. You're wrong. Look, this is another thing.
No, I'm not.
You're wrong.
Max Pacioretty's wrong. He's an idiot.
You know nothing.
He's an idiot. He's an idiot that will never win anything, and he will retire and won't even make the Hall of Fame. What a trash player. Max goes already. You know what I mean? He never showed up when you needed him.
Tell me when you're done.
I'm done.
You don't know anything about these
I'm done with Max Pacioretty because he's so bad, and I'm just glad he's off my team. Okay, I'm done.
Look, you don't know anything about these local markets, okay? You don't know anything about the local markets. Like, local markets change and have different voices. Like, look, Los Angeles is a completely relaxed market. There's like 4 people that cover the entire team.
Again, no accountability. You guys won 2 cups.
But I mean, there's accountability, but you have to make your own accountability from the organization. Like the team had Daryl Sutter and fucking Dean Lombardi, who had a vision and played it out. You have to have guys on a team like Drew Doughty, Dustin Brown, who was a tremendous leader, Kopitar, Quick, guys who want to win. What's the culture? Again? Remember when we talked about it with Pete DeBoer at the end of the season for them as they missed the playoffs? What's the culture of the Golden Knights? What are they?
The culture is we hate Max Pacioretty and we're glad he's gone.
No, during last year when he was on the team, what was the culture of the team?
We hate Max Pacioretty and he's a traitor and we want him off the team.
It's that there's no... Look, he's completely right. There's no accountability for anybody because we saw it. We saw it. Hold on. We saw it this year. There is zero...
argument...
Hold on.
My argument is
No.
not that there's no accountability. My argument is that that's a bad take for you playing bad.
No, it's not a bad take.
It is for you playing bad. Yes,
He played great.
there's
He
no
was your leading point scorer.
There's no on the fucking team that missed the playoffs. Whoop-de-doo.
He was the leading point scorer before that.
Congratulations, Max Pacioretty.
He was
You're the leading point scorer on a team that didn't make the playoffs.
He was the leading point scorer for the past 3 years since you acquired him.
He's a piece of shit.
No, you're just wrong.
There is, like I said, I'm not
Miguel,
arguing.
There's no accountability with the front office.
There isn't.
There is no accountability.
But here is his later on in the interview. The Vegas organization is cutthroat. Don't perform and they'll ship you out. Is that not accountability then? What is it, Max?
It's panic.
Which one is it, Max?
That's not accountability. It's panic.
No, it's accountability.
It's panic.
If you don't perform, you're out of here. We are holding you accountable to your performance. Which one is it, Max?
Who's making those decisions?
No
Miguel?
pressure or too much pressure?
Who's making those decisions?
They said there's no.
Who's making the decisions then?
McCrimmon.
Okay, what accountability has he had?
He's like, you're fucking fired. You're out of here.
Okay, but what accountability has Kelly McCrimmon himself had?
I mean, none. I'm assuming though his ass is on the fire seat. We talked about this last week, but that's another conversation.
Him and McPhee should go because
you can't say there's no accountability, which there isn't. But then also in the same interview says if you don't succeed, they will ship you out.
Quitting.
That's accountability. Getting shipped out for not performing is accountability, is it not? But if your job tells you, Erick, if you don't perform, this museum doesn't teach people enough, you're fired. Is that not holding you accountable?
That wouldn't be my department. That's not my job.
I don't care.
It wouldn't make sense. No, the thing is, okay, again, you agree with me, right? Kelly McCrimmon, zero accountability.
I agree. I do agree. And I agree with Max that there is an accountability. I'm just saying he's dumb.
Look at the players that they shipped out, right? All the important ones. Nate Schmidt, right? Was he let go because he was bad?
I mean, partly, but everyone we let go has been because of cap.
Okay, no,
because of poor cap management. That's literally the reason why most people
I don't want to hear
your
excuses. I just want one answer. All right, no excuses. Why was Nate Schmidt traded away?
Cap casualty.
To get?
That was to get
Alex Pietrangelo.
Was it? It was for Pietrangelo, yes.
So it wasn't because he played bad. It's just because you wanted the new shiny toy, right?
But he did play bad. But yes,
he didn't play bad. He was fine.
He had the season he got after he got shipped out of. He had a horrible season.
He was fine.
He was been fine. He had the whole drug thing where he fucking took steroids.
Fine. What do you qualify? What do you quantify as a bad season?
Suspended for 20 games. He came back mid-season and played terribly. Had a horrible turnover in the playoffs, and then we shipped him out.
Okay, so for one play.
Yes. Accountability.
That's not accountability. That's hitting the panic button. Going to go get Thomas Tatar after missing on Eric Carlson. That's panic.
Correct. And then he got shipped out because he played bad.
The only good trade you could say is Max Pacioretty and Mark Stone.
Yeah, I mean, despite the outcome of the Pacioretty
of letting him go for nothing and wasting all the assets.
Yeah, which I was very angry, and I was. The first few years, he did all right.
Marc-Andre Fleury leaving. It wasn't because he played bad, because he literally won the Vezina.
That was cap casualty for sure.
So there's no accountability on the team.
Because Leonard's better.
He's not. He's fine.
He is.
He's fine.
Leonard's the best. Leonard's the best.
He was like a 900 goalie. Again.
Leonard.
Summertime was pretty good though, right?
Could you imagine Lesnar on this team though? Leonard is winning the Vezina this year.
He's not.
Calling it now.
He also called Shea Theodore winning the Vezina 3 years ago, and that still hasn't happened.
Well, he's not a goalie, and I never said Shea Theodore was winning the Vezina.
He's a fucking Norris.
That was 2 years ago.
Nah, it's still never gonna happen. Cale Makar has that thing unlocked forever.
Nah, Cale Makar overrated.
Champion, unlike anything in Vegas has. But yeah, no. Look, Miguel, there's no accountability, man. There isn't. He's right.
Again, I'm not saying he's wrong for that. I'm just saying he's stupid that he's using this as an excuse for not performing, and then saying because he didn't perform well this season, he got shipped out.
Well,
is my argument.
But the entire team played like shit.
I know, and we were injured to shit.
Also, Miguel, you can fuck right off because he literally came back from injury early to help out the team and try to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and played like shit because he came back early.
Who made that call then?
He did.
No, who's allowing to play? It's a Pete DeBoer and it's a Kelly McCrimmon fucking argument. Like at the end of the day, they're the ones controlling everything. They're the ones setting the lines. They're the ones telling the players.
I'm just saying, what I heard is Max Pacioretty came into the office with a gun, said, "If you don't put me in this game tonight, I'm shooting everybody in this place."
That's not what he
did.
That's
what I heard. I'm just saying what I heard.
No one's told you that. No one's told you that.
Everyone
talked about that Kelly McCrimmon can go ahead and fuck up a Dadonov trade. Go ahead and fuck up the cap situation where you have to keep giving away players for no goddamn reason. There is no accountability there.
Again, this is not my argument, Eric. This is not my argument. I'm not saying there isn't accountability.
It's the fact that the Vegas Golden Knights have had success in spite of themselves for the past 3 years. I was one of the
first people calling for McCrimmon's job. You know this.
No, you weren't.
You know this.
No, you weren't.
I said keep DeBoer, fire McCrimmon.
Oh, you don't keep DeBoer. You fucking clean house. You should have cleaned house. There should be a new start.
There
should be a new GM attached to Bruce Cassidy, and there isn't.
Either way, Max, you're garbage.
No, he's right. Vegas is fucking...
You're garbage, and you're going to fail.
They've been fucking successful in spite of themselves. And year after year, it's going to catch up to them, and it has. And you know who I feel bad?
He's a dinosaur that can't perform anymore.
By the way, if the leadership doesn't change there, Jack Eichel's going to get way more shit than he has. Because he goes from one dumpster fire to another dumpster fire. It's not going to make.
Oh, I know. That's going to be hilarious.
And that's
they're making the playoffs.
And
this
honestly,
year,
you should know they're not. And
he's going to make the playoffs for the first time. LA is not making the playoffs, but
why aren't we?
That guy goes going to make because he's a garbage franchise.
Why aren't we making the playoffs?
Because there's no accountability, and so how could you guys perform and make the playoffs if there's no accountability?
Who's not holding the team accountable?
Nobody is. No one cares about
my
LA
GM.
Kings.
My GM could beat up your GM.
LA Kings are like the 7th favorite team in LA.
Like 10th. My GM could beat up your GM though.
That is true. I'm not going to argue that.
That's how you hold accountability. It's the fact that Rob Blake can beat up half the LA Kings roster because they're all children.
I mean, I wouldn't know about half the roster, but either way.
I can list off the number of children that are going to play in the Kings next year.
Max, you're garbage.
No, Max.
We're moving on.
He's right. He's right.
Garbage.
He's
right. The worst player in franchise history.
He's right. Okay, who are you going to blame now next year if you guys start shitty?
We'll find out. You stay tuned to find out.
What are the odds of Robin Leonard? What, 200-1?
Well, I mean, Leonard's not starting the season. He's not starting. He's not playing in the beginning.
I am excited for Robin Leonard to get blamed for everything. He's not even going to be on the ice. Logan Thompson's going to give up a goal and be like, "Fucking Robin Leonard, what a piece of shit."
Anyways, the Flames,
so spoiled.
New AHL team called the Wranglers.
Mm-hmm. They left nearby Stockton from where I'm at and back to Calgary, I guess.
No one cares, but
what do you think?
Good for them.
Wranglers, good.
Wranglers?
They have a rodeo up there. I know that much.
I mean, do they have a rodeo?
Mm-hmm. I think it's called the Stampede or something like that every year for like a week.
Vegas used to have a ice hockey team called the Wranglers.
Did they?
An ECHL team called the Wranglers. Yeah, Las Vegas Wranglers. Look it up.
East Coast Hockey League team all the way in Vegas. How much East Coast there? No East or Coast.
I think I went to one, maybe two of those games as a kid.
You know what I'll call it? Those Wranglers could probably beat the Vegas Golden Knights this year.
No, you're crazy. You're crazy.
Except that they're bad. Why would you guys fucking let Max Pacioretty go and not try to trade away Alec Martinez? Anyway,
I don't know. I don't know.
You guys are dumb. Next
John Kingberg signs with the Anaheim Ducks.
Fuck the Anaheim Ducks. Next week,
for
top 10 dumbest things that the Vegas Golden Knights have done.
A 1-year deal.
Miguel, you want to do that next year? Next week, top 10 dumbest things Vegas has done.
Number 1.
Marc-Andre Fleury.
I don't know.
What's Marc-Andre Fleury?
I can make a top 10 dumbest things list.
That Vegas has done?
Yeah.
Yeah, next week. Let's do that next week. I'll grade your list.
Either way, John Kingberg.
Talk about another terrible team in the Pacific.
Anahiem. I guess. I mean, he's still looking for a long term, but he signed this momentarily. I mean, they got Klimberg. He's a good defenseman. Then when they get Nazem Kadri next, Anaheim's looking pretty good.
Someone fumbled the bag, as the kids say.
Poor John. How much?
Poor John.
Huh?
Poor John Kingberg.
I mean, he's looking for a long term, but like we talked about this a few times. Now is the worst time to be a free agent because you're not going to get what you want
unless you're Kadri.
Honestly,
unless you're Kadri.
And even him, I don't. We'll see.
I mean, the rumor is a bunch of teams are trying to clear space, so they are doing everything they can to give Kadri the money he wants.
Yeah, for sure. But they
weren't doing it for John. And
nah.
This has this speaks a lot of Taylor Hall back when he had to sign for 1 year.
Let's be honest, though. There's very few defensemen teams will clear cap space for in the league.
Yeah, but John Klimberg's pretty fucking good.
No, he's really good. I'm just saying, defensemen in general are not given the respect they deserve.
Yeah. Plus, he also plays on the right side. That's more historically harder to find. But I don't know. Good for Anaheim. Like, if you're bad again, you have to trade him at the deadline. I think it's only 10 teams he can't be traded to. Get some assets. Everybody wins. I don't know. Like it's weird. It's weird. But like we said last week though, Miguel, like Anaheim needed to hit the cap floor. Let's get them $2 million over the cap floor so they can be done spending if they want to and save a shit ton of money heading into next year with a ton of young guys. And also it helps Jamie Drysdale, who was a rookie last year, play down in the third pair. Let him develop a little more. He doesn't have to play in the top 4 or the top pair. Like, you can, again, it's the thing that I liked about the Strome and the Vetrano signing for Anaheim. It lets your young guys move a little bit down. That way they're not playing the toughest minutes against the toughest players.
And then the final news for the week. Unless you got something else, I got one more.
Go ahead.
Adidas did not renew the contract with the NHL to make their jerseys past 23-24.
So 2 years.
2 years more of Adidas.
I have not.
This is weird, right? Like, did it not make the money they thought they were gonna make?
Well, you have to keep in mind that like Reebok. So Reebok was the person before Adidas. Yeah, and that lasted for 10 years.
Yep.
And when they made the switch, Adidas already owned Reebok. So really the switch was just a different company that already controlled the other one. You know what I mean?
True. That is true.
And since then, Adidas has sold Reebok to somebody else again. So Reebok's off in the ether somewhere. So if you think about it, it's really like a 14-year control by the same people, but not the same company. So
yeah. And I just feel, I don't know, I could be wrong. I feel like a lot of people didn't buy the Adidas jerseys, like the main ones, because if you had your Reebok one, why would you buy an Adidas one?
Those hasn't been like super, like dramatic change.
No, they were pretty basic, which is not a bad thing. No. I mean, but outside of the alternatives and the thirds, that's probably where they sold more jerseys at.
And the reverse retros.
And reverse retros, yeah.
Which because it was in 2020 when those came out. I know the Kings ones, like they were very short print, to use a card term. Like there weren't a shit ton made. I know I had to get mine through not the official store because they sold out immediately 3 times, and I think they only had 3 cycles of it, and then that was it.
That's probably my biggest regret. I didn't get the Vegas one, and now it's hard to find at retail.
The good thing is, and this is what happened when when the Reebok switch happened. I would look at, here's a hot tip for you, Miguel, if you're looking for a jersey. Yes. Look at the official NHL store. There's also a subreddit called Hockey Jerseys, but when all that switch was going, you could find the authentic on ice jerseys, and I think I got my Kings one. So it's same material they use on the ice and everything, and I love it. I think I got it for like $40. Oh, because of liquidation and all that stuff.
I did too. I got the Golden Knights away jersey.
Yeah,
for I think $39. Yeah, no joke.
Great. This is great. So keep an eye out on like stuff on that last year, folks. If you like jerseys or you're looking for a new one, because
when that's
gonna happen again.
I'm gonna try to buy at least one other jersey. The home jersey. I want the home jersey,
Get a Max Pacioretty.
And I can burn it.
Jesus.
No, that's stupid. That's a waste of fucking money.
It's always dumb.
People that burn jerseys are just idiots.
Never. You know what I like though? The recent trend after you saw like LeBron leave, people burned his Cavs jerseys. John Tavares left, and they started burning his Islanders jerseys. But I like the little trend. That's nice, where they look like they're about to burn it with a little lighter, and then instead they drop a note that says thank you. That's good. Good vibes. Because that's what you need, Miguel. You need more positivity in the world. You know what I mean? We gotta not burn stuff. Also, just donate the jersey at that point if you're just gonna never wear it again, I guess.
So, who do you think is getting the license next?
So your gut wants you to go like Nike, maybe CCM.
I think most people want CCM just for old sakes, but in reality, I would think you'd want Nike.
So there's a difference between on ice and the stuff that we get. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Fanatics. Look, this doesn't change anything about like Fanatics and the jerseys that they're gonna sell, because I think that's still gonna be them. In terms of like retail and stuff like that. On ice, man, I think Nike has to be like the leader. Like they have to be. Like unless you have like someone like CCM or Starter maybe like come out of nowhere and
that'd be cool
and do stuff. But
I honestly think it's gonna be Fanatics.
But
unfortunately,
Nike already does the World Junior stuff in the Olympics jerseys.
As weird as this sounds, and I understand that jerseys is a different market, and it's a more expensive market, and they already have a deal in place. But I could see them taking control just because Fanatics. This is slightly going back to our last year conversation, but Fanatics has strong armed their way into the card business now. They now own the license for football, basketball, and I forgot what else, soccer thing, like all the major, and baseball, all except for hockey. Starting in, I forgot, like later, once all these contracts with Panini, with Topps, Upper Deck, all these contracts end, Fanatics will now own the rights to all those cards. That's going to be the weirdest thing.
Like I remember reading that a couple of years ago.
Which is a big,
like no Topps MOB, like that doesn't sound right.
So that actually is the one good thing is Fanatics. So Fanatics bought the next licensing for baseball cards, for football cards, for basketball cards, and but then they went and bought Topps. They own Topps now.
Okay.
So theoretically,
that's unfortunate.
We don't know for sure, but theoretically, you would just assume they're going to start releasing once the contracts are up and they take over. They will release everything under the Topps umbrella because the Topps has established
brand
cards and stuff. But the thing most people are afraid of is quality control with Fanatics.
Yeah,
because they're more about mass producing and less so much about.
There's a couple King shirts that I've bought, and like the logos after like less than a year just completely washed away. And keep in mind,
Fanatics is all about maximizing profits.
Yeah, and keep in mind, the only way I wash things is I'll do the cold wash, of course.
Yep.
Then I hang dry. No drying, and even then the logo's already fading off and not great. Like,
I know it's worrisome. So
also let's admit it, Miguel. The designs for the past like 2 years not great. Like the Stanley Cup champion stuff that the Avs wore, like that logo is not good. It's not good.
So, I mean, we'll see. I'm a little worried. I hope Nike takes over though.
Yeah, we probably won't know for like another year of what's gonna happen.
That's what I'm saying. I think at earliest we'll know next summer. At earliest next summer.
Yeah, and they still have one more important thing, the reverse retros that are gonna come out for this upcoming season. So,
the only thing I hope,
we'll see how they go out.
The only thing I hope is we don't get the same thing. It's probably going to happen, but we don't get the same thing happen with Adidas, where there was no alternatives. There was nothing first year. And then year 2, it was very minimal, only a few teams. It was a slow rollout because they wanted to focus on selling the main 2 jerseys.
Yeah.
So that's going to suck if like Adidas I feel like Adidas was getting the ball rolling. Like, so we're getting the alternatives. We're getting the reverse retros. We're getting a second iteration of reverse retros next season. And to reset again in 2 years, it's gonna suck a little bit. You know what I mean?
But we have seen with Nike controlling the NBA and MLB, they are not shy of having a shit ton of uniforms.
And that's the thing. That's kind of what I hope for Nike, because I don't think it's a bad thing to have options.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy every jersey. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather have a multitude of jerseys the way I have options of what I want to buy and wear to support my team. And Nike has come out with some awesome designs for the NBA, like some awesome designs.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I hope, like I said, I pray, I hold my fingers, cross my fingers, I mean, that it's Nike, but we will see.
Yeah, because I don't know who else you would want to do it. Like, they're
I just don't think these, like this, like the CCM, like do they have the money for this?
I think they do. But again, we're arguing about like who's gonna have the on ice product, because again, Fanatics is gonna do the stuff for the fans, so it doesn't really matter. So like this doesn't trickle down to us at all. At least I don't think so. But it'll be interesting to see who wants to pick it up. And I don't know, the NHL, like, there's a cool factor with Nike and them having stuff in their marketing and how they kind of show off players and stuff like that. Especially
the only issue with Nike is just the overpricedness of the nature of Nike. That's the only thing, but at least it'd be cool.
Yeah, but it's gonna be more than like the $180 that a jersey costs now from Fanatics. Like,
I know. You're gonna be looking at $300 player quality jerseys,
which was the price already. So you're kind of going back to that at least. And
yeah,
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
Then how much are NBA like player quality jerseys?
I want to say like 175. Because I know you can get like replica jerseys for like 60.
Yeah.
Throughout the year. I don't know about like when they first come out or like new players and stuff like that, but I know I got a couple of LeBron James Lakers jerseys that I got for like $60, $80. I believe the one that I got with the finals patch in 2020, that one cost me like $80 to get a replica.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know. I'm excited though. I always like this sort of change, but we've got a lot of jerseys to talk about coming up this year. Also, don't forget, ads are coming. That'll be weird.
Oh, ads are coming. Yeah.
That'll be this year too with the reverse retro. So that'll be a lot of change to get used to, and I don't know how to feel about it. I haven't seen a Kings jersey yet so far with like a sponsor on it, so I don't know what they're gonna do. It'll be weird.
Yeah. So
you know what I do want to talk about before I forget?
What?
Arizona. The Coyotes released a virtual. You can go in like a virtual 3D map of their seating, and boy, it looks funny.
It
looks funny. It's basically just like one concourse, and that's about it.
Man, look. It looks like it's gonna be essentially like AHL games. Like that's the size of it, right? Like pretty much.
No, AHL arenas are way bigger.
Are they?
Hell yeah.
Jeez.
Because let me. Can you look up real quick what's Henderson's seat capacity? Because I know Ontario's is around 10K at the Toyota Arena. Or did they change that recently? Anywho, and then the one closest to me, the Barracudas for San Jose, affiliated of the Sharks. They actually play out of the same building, out of the SAP. But they're building a new AHL arena for them, and that should seat around 7 to 10. So even then, you're still doubling or tripling.
The capacity at Dollar Loan Center Arena, or Center, I should say, is 5,567. It's not that big.
Yeah, no, but like again, I'm pretty sure that like doubles as a training facility. Also, like,
correct.
You expect more out of NHL team. Let's just be blunt. Like, man, and to play there for 3 years, that's the thing that still gets me. Like, if this was for 1 year, cool and everything, and like as an away fan, as a Kings fan who's gonna go there December 23rd. By the way, I'm mad that that's the only trip they're gonna take because now the Coyotes play in the Central, so they only play 3 games. And they're playing one away game, December 23rd in Arizona. I'm gonna go to that. That'll be my one trip this year. And it's gonna be fucking fascinating where I'm gonna end up because there's gonna be no bad seat, and I'm genuinely interested in seeing like what that sounds like because it's gonna be packed because it has to be.
We'll see.
And the one
I need to make it out there for the Vegas game. It's in January 22nd. And I want to go.
Look, I'll say the quietest game I've ever been to is I followed the Kings through Eastern Canada. and they had one game in Ottawa. And I think the attendance was like maybe 8,000, but it was spread out through a big ass arena that holds probably double that. You know what I mean? And it was you could hear basically everything. Because it's a fucking both teams were terrible at that point. It was the middle of December. It was snowing. You know what I mean? And it'll be interesting to see what it sounds like, because also the Kings travel well to Arizona. There's always a lot of fans there. So is it gonna be? What's going to be the percentage of fans? Is it going to be 50-50? Like, our ASU kids want to come out to the game? Like,
I mean, I guess it just depends on who they're playing, really. I still think they're going to have a lot of empty games, but...
I don't think so. Because can you have an empty game with only 3,000 people in attendance?
Yes. We'll see, though.
Dude, it's going to be hilarious when we... There's a couple Twitter accounts who follow they post seat capacity after every day.
Yeah,
it shows you like Vegas is usually if not 100% or at least around the 90s.
But you say that you say they're there for 3 years.
Yeah.
You know who's a free agent in 3 years?
Austin Matthews.
No,
he's coming to LA.
He's gonna go to Arizona, and then they're gonna be able to get a real arena after that.
By the way, as much as we joke about media coverage in LA, I have been hearing that the Latino factor of Austin Matthews is a big pitch for him. And that's what LA wants more than anything. To have a player of a Latino background in LA, that would be nuts.
That would be nuts.
Like, look how much we fucking love Trevor Moore. Like, even before his good year this year, like, we just love Trevor Moore. The fact you have a kid actually from that area. If you have a kid with a Mexican background in Los Angeles, people are going to lose their fucking minds. And it's gonna be great. Sure. It's gonna be great. And if that ever happens, could you imagine the call that our good friend Fernando X Rivera is gonna have on an Austin Matthews goal? Oh, it's a dream. I don't think he's leaving Toronto, but
no.
But the Kings will have money in 2 years.
But that's 3 years away.
Yeah. So, man, Arizona's a fucking mess.
Any last words, Eric?
I don't think so. How's your summer going so far?
I mean,
how the hell did we do this when we first started this stupid show a year ago? What the hell did we talk about?
I don't know. I don't feel it. Did we start it? That's crazy.
July 19, we started it, and that's basically at the dead of off season.
That's so crazy to me.
I think our fifth episode was free agency. The third episode was Fleury leaving, getting traded.
What a wonderful episode.
So that helped. At this point, we can honestly make a chronology of every time a biggest player leaves.
Let's see. Who's next?
Robin Leonard.
Maybe. It's a possibility for sure. If Logan Thompson is the real deal, for sure. For sure, it's Robin Leonard next.
Oh, God. I think, man, there's a lot of moves, though, you guys got to do, though. Oh, look, there's accountability in Los Angeles. Like, we're a well-run organization. We just got to sign 2 defensemen who are currently RFAs. Like, we're fucking great. It's great to be part of a fan of a stable franchise who knows how to build a roster. Great, Miguel.
We will see. Hopefully, Nazem Kadri signs by next week.
Did you hear? Well, before we end it, did you hear the rumor?
No.
That Lou Lamoriello, GM of the Islanders, secretly has a deal already in place.
Oh yeah.
With Kadri, and is telling nobody.
And how do we know then? How do we know?
It's a rumor.
That'll be interesting. I mean, I forgot what day I chose that he was going to sign.
August something, I think.
Yeah, like it was mid-August.
Or something like that. But
I'll have to go back and listen.
We got NHL probably news coming up for whatever the next game is going to be. What is it, NHL 23?
Yeah, that should probably be coming soon, right?
Yeah. Did you like 22? It was fine.
It was fine. It was fun.
Keep fucking buying the stupid games.
I know. I'm going to buy it again next year.
I know. Same here.
Cale Makar on the cover?
You think so?
Who else? Or Austin? No, we already had Austin.
Twice,
yeah.
In 3 years. I feel like you have to go Cale Makar.
Him or McKinnon.
Yeah.
And then I know we've had McKinnon before, but that was a long time ago.
You know what? Max Pacioretty is a Carolina Hurricane. Let's put him on the cover.
That'd be hilarious.
Just to spite you. But yeah, no, I have no idea.
Either way,
I have no idea how we did this show in the off season, and to start off it. So Miguel, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. And if you guys appreciate me, you can follow me all over the internet at Miguel Kicks, Collectors Lobby at YouTube and TikTok. Make sure to check that out. Follow me. Eric, where can the people find you?
At _ Erick Oriana everywhere. _ErickOrellana. If y'all have any suggestions on what to do, tell your friends about this show. Let us know what people you want to have us on here. Who do you want us to talk to? That'd be great, right, Miguel? We have a lot of time now that the offseason's here.
We do.
We can figure out who's the contenders, what people we like, what free agency signings we like. And we can grow our little spear of friendship here on the Pacific Revision. Follow our Twitter at Pacific Revision. We're starting to use it, kind of. So tell your friends.
Yeah.
Follow.
Kind of.
Like. We'll figure it out eventually, Miguel. Again, Miguel, terrible idea to start things when there's no news. But that is the Pacific Revision
Either way,
way.
that's what we do. And thank you guys so much for listening today. I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.
Pacioretty was right.